Good morning. Happy Sabbath. Let's try that one again. Good morning and happy Sabbath. It's good to be with you all this morning. You guys probably don't know me, but my name is Jason, and we're missionaries in Papua New Guinea, which is far, far away. I'm going to show you where it is on a map here and just during the sermon today, so you get a little geography lesson at church as well. But I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine. His name is Nasa, and it's spelled N-A-S-A. And a long time ago, Nasa was a young boy growing up in his village of Kotali. Nasa is a Gogodala man now, but he was a Gogodala boy then. And Gogodala boys love to run around and get into all kinds of trouble. You see, parents are not like parents over here. The parents there, they have to work all day long. They got to go out. The mothers are making sago. Fathers are building houses and fishing. And the kids just run around the village all day long. And you can be thankful that you have parents who take good care of each one of you. Nasa, as he was a young boy, he would run around barefoot, no shirt on, getting into all kinds of trouble. And as he grew up to become a young man, he was a real problem in the village. He was known as a thief. You know what a thief is? Somebody who takes something that does not belong to them. And Nasa would go around and he would say, "Oh, I'm so hungry. My tummy is empty." And he would go into somebody's house and he would steal some of their sago. Or he would say, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I want some chicken." And so he would go to somebody's house when they were gone, and he would steal one of their chickens and take it home and pluck all of its feathers off and cook it over an open fire. Oh, that chicken was so good. And sometimes he'd, "Oh, I'm bored. I want to listen to something." And so he would sneak into somebody's house, and not very many people have these out there, but he would get an audio recorder player that he stole, and he would take it home and he would listen to stuff. And everybody in the village knew that Nasa was a thief, and they didn't like him. One time he went to steal somebody's chickens, and he had the chicken in his hands. Chicken was hanging by its feet, and he was running through the village, and the village men were running behind him, and they had these big, long machetes, and they were after him. They wanted to hurt Nasa because he was stealing everybody's chickens. And Nasa ran off into the bush. That's what they call the jungle. Ran off into the bush, and he was really fast. He's very, very athletic. He ran out into the bush, and he went into the big, tall elephant grass, and I think he let go of the chicken by then because it would make too much noise. But he jumped into the elephant grass, and he hid there, and all these men with axes and machetes were searching in the bush trying to find Nasa because he was a thief. Well, not long after this, there was a missionary by the name of Jeff Bishop who came to the Gogodala tribe to share Jesus and what Jesus has done for us. And Jeff and his family, they searched all over Gogodala land to find a place where they could set up their mission headquarters. And they decided that they would do it in the village of Kotali, where Nasa was from. And so they built their house there, and they started telling people about Jesus. And there was a small group of people that started meeting together on Sabbath, worshiping God. Soon there was a little Kotali Seventh-day Adventist church that was built in the village there. And then one day, Jeff met Nasa, who was, they call them rascals. Those are the guys that don't do good things in the village. He met Nasa, and he started telling Nasa about Jesus and invited him to come to church. And so Nasa started coming to church, and he learned more about Jesus. And before too long, Nasa was giving Bible studies to people. He'd given his heart to the Lord. He was traveling all over Gogodala land with Jeff Bishop, doing Bible studies and sharing Jesus with the people, his people, so that they could know Jesus the way he did. And not too long ago, my family and I, we went to Papua New Guinea. Uh-oh, I was just going to show you a picture. See if it's going to come up here in a minute. Anyways, just not too long ago, my family and I, we went to Papua New Guinea, and we got to meet Nasa for ourselves. Let's see if it's going to come up. it's not going to come up. Anyways, maybe it'll come up in a few minutes. There he is. Doesn't he have a great smile? That's a Jesus smile. He went from a chicken thief and from a village thief and from a rascal doing drugs, drinking alcohol, being a bad person in the village that everybody hated, and now everybody looks up to Nasa. That's a Jesus smile right there, because he let Jesus into his heart. And I get to work with Nasa, going all over the place, doing Bible studies and preaching and teaching together, and I'm so thankful for the missionaries, the Bishop family, who went there and told Nasa about Jesus so that I can work with him and tell other people in the Gogadala tribe about Jesus as well. So I want to ask you, will you keep my friend Nasa in prayer? And pray that the Spirit helps him. He's got 8 children. He has a big family. He's got a lot of mouths to feed, but he wants to feed people with the Word of God as well. So that's my friend Nasa. Please keep him in your prayers if you would. Thank you. You can go back to your seats now.